Yo, it's Brian here. Today, gonna be talking about the San Francisco 49ers. As always, not doing a top 3 video. This time, gonna be doing a podcast style video, audio only. I wish I could take more time to do all this stuff, but at the same time, I have a lot of stuff going on in the morning. Friday, I have to go to work very early and have some personal obligations to handle after that. So, love to do that, but you know what? After this, I probably gotta go to bed. So, yeah, that's unfortunate, but I try to have closed captioning for my videos as much as possible for you guys. Want to make it accessible to you guys as well. So if you guys are in a loud environment or something like that, you guys can still watch my videos with the closed captioning, and I try to make it as accurate as possible. And hopefully I've been doing a pretty good job at it if you guys have been watching my videos for the past year or two now with closed captioning. So yep, apologize for that, but hey, you got to do what you got to do, right? But anyways, for this video, going to be talking about key matchups for the Niners against the Cleveland Browns happening Monday Night Football. So this can be stuff like our defensive line versus their offensive line. We'll be doing that in a second. Also vice versa. There's your first list for you guys, head start for you guys. And yeah, let's just get this video started. But before I do, please like and subscribe. That's going to help out a lot. Share this content with fellow Niner faithfuls. Share this with Cleveland Browns fans if you're a Brown fan, so we can talk some more football. And yeah, let's just get to it right now. 49ers versus Cleveland Browns, key matchups by position. All right, so first up, as I mentioned, our defensive line versus their offensive line. I think this is a very important matchup for the 49ers just because of the fact, for the past 3 games that we've been playing, they've been really good at the line of scrimmage and in the trenches. I mean, Bosa, D Ford, DeForest Buckner with him getting help for the first time in his career. I think it's really beneficial for the 49ers, and we've been able to control the game on the defensive side of the ball. Also having guys like Kawan, Fred Warner to seal up the middle, our secondary being pretty good for the most part this year. I think it's been very beneficial because of the defensive line. They've been opening up to doing other things. They've been able to get takeaway. They've been able to pressure the quarterback. So I see a lot of good things from this defensive line, and it's really blossomed really quickly. So I'm really proud of what Chris Keurig and Robert Slaw were able to do. The wide 9 defense has been flourishing well under San Francisco, and we'll see what happens against the Cleveland Browns happening Monday night. I think they're going to do a pretty good job just because Cleveland's offensive line, as I keep saying for the past couple of days now, it's pretty questionable in my opinion. Some of you guys in Cleveland are giving me some weird statistics about blocking and what have you. I mean, I'm just looking at the tape. That's all I really need to look at, to be honest with you. Baker Mayfield, not looking good. He's just been running for his life, and for him to take that much of a punishment, that's not good either. I mean, I hate how all these teams get their franchise quarterback like the Texans and Deshaun Watson, Arizona with Kyler Murray, and they don't have an offensive line. I mean, how are you going to draft your quarterback if he can't stay healthy because his line sucks and he's running for his life and getting hit? So, that's just my gimp right there. But we'll see what happens. But I think for the 49ers, they're going to do a really good job controlling the line of scrimmage in this game. And, hopefully they do. Hopefully they prove me right and do that. So, our D-line versus their O-line, very important matchup. Close up a lot of opportunities for them. Baker be running for his life. Can't get to the receivers. Nick Chubb can't be running the ball. And, yeah, that'll be a good, successful game for us. Also, vice versa, Jimmy Garoppolo and his offensive line versus Myles Garrett and his defensive line. I think that's an important matchup as well. For the most part, for the Niners' offensive line, they've been pretty good, in my opinion. I mean, Jimmy has officially 2 sacks. He did get a little bit of pressure against the Steelers in Week 3, but I think they got caught off a little bit off guard because Pittsburgh, that time they were going through a lot of things. Big Ben was hurt for the rest of the year, and they were just trying to get something going. And, for the most part, they were pretty good against the 49ers offense, although it helps that the 49ers were botching the ball like crazy and getting 5 total turnovers in the game and still winning the game. That's very beneficial for the Niners. But, yeah, I mean, they can control the line of scrimmage from that side of the ball. I think that's very important as well. I mean, for the past couple of weeks now, I've been mentioning this whole offense and defensive line, especially the D-line, because that's been very important. And, so far they've been proving me right, and they've been doing a fantastic job this year. That wide 9 defense has been very beneficial to the 49ers. A lot of people were going crazy, like, it's not a big deal, including myself. I thought I was like, it's whatever. But really, I mean, it's been very good that the defensive line can spread out. Bosa and Ford are being able to go a couple of inches out of the line of scrimmage to a little bit to the, I guess you want to call it the receiver spots, and get to the quarterback. It's been very amazing. I wish I could show you guys how it works, but NFL copyright issues. So yeah, I mean, they can do that with both lines, then I think this is going to be a pretty good win for the 49ers, but they do have to do that. They have to stay consistent like they were for the past couple of games, and it will be a good day. Another matchup for the 49ers is our secondary versus their receiving core, Jarvis Landry. I still don't know what's going on with him. He's still in concussion protocol as of this video. Odell Beckham, He's a pretty good receiver. I'm pretty sure all you guys know him. He can be one of the best if he's in check and what have you. And Emmanuel Moseley, the guy taking over for Keller Witherspoon due to an injury, he will be making his start against Odell. A lot of people are not worried. I'm not super worried. I think Moseley can handle his own. I think with our defensive line and our linebackers flying around, I think he's going to get a lot of help and he won't be in the dark, hopefully. So Moseley, if you're watching this video, please do well. Also, he's a Greensboro, North Carolina native, so hello, North Carolina native. There you go. But yeah, our secondary versus their dynamic wide receivers, I think that's a very important matchup. Another matchup, what to talk about. I guess our defensive line again versus Nick Chubb. Chubb, he's been doing a really good job for this whole season. He's been giving life to the Cleveland Browns and the whole offense. If he doesn't get going, then the whole offense can't get going. And if our defensive line can control this guy and lower him to under 100 yards, then I think it's a very successful day. For the most part, the 49ers, they haven't allowed a 100-yard rusher for the first 3 games. On average, they've been only allowing 75 yards a game. I think that's a very impressive part of this defense. Last year, they were allowing about 113 rushing yards, which isn't too bad, actually. That was top 10, but right now we're top 5 in terms of that, and they can keep it up. That would be amazing. It's kind of similar to the Vic Fangio-style defense a couple of years ago when he was in San Francisco. Nobody could run the ball against us. Well, against I guess Marshawn Lynch could, but everyone else, they were just struggling to run the ball against the 49ers D-line with Justin Smith and Alden Smith and company. So 49ers, they're getting back to that defensive form. The only difference is it's a 4-3 defense. So yeah, that's pretty good right there. And I mean, I'm looking at all these matchups. I think the 49ers, they can do some damage against the Cleveland Browns. I know Cleveland's a pretty good team in my opinion. This is our first real test, but the way they keep playing, the way they've been consistently good for the past couple of games, I think if they can just keep it up and cut the turnovers down and just do everything that they've been doing, they can win this game pretty good. So, and also another thing is us versus us. I feel like the 49ers, they could beat any team in the NFL. Yes, maybe including the Patriots. I don't know yet. But if the 49ers can just cut the penalties, cut the turnovers, then we can win any game pretty much. I mean, I'm looking at all these games. They've been doing a really good job outmatching their opponents, but just them almost giving the ball away to the Pittsburgh Steelers the way they did in terms of botching the ball and those weird interceptions. I think those are just some bad things the 49ers need to work on, and I'm pretty sure during the bye week, the 49ers have been working on that. Jimmy Garoppolo was staying back in Santa Clara training with the other receivers, I think particularly Jalen Hurd, so that's a very beneficial thing for the whole offense to get in sync together. Hopefully, Raheem Mostert and everybody else is controlling the ball, not fumbling the ball, because Mostert, he has had some problems with carrying the ball and controlling the ball. Very good runner, very good special teamers, but just got to cut down on the fumbles and what have you. So, yep, that's pretty much it, you guys. Wanted to talk about this real quick. Hopefully, the 49ers, if they can control the line of scrimmage, if the secondary can do a pretty decent job on covering their dynamic receivers, and if the 49ers don't beat themselves, they can win this game Monday Night Football and be on the national map as a team to be reckoned with and be 4-0, be a legit contender. Yep, that's it, guys. Please let me know what matchups you guys are excited to look for this game against the Browns. I'd like to hear what you guys have to say in the comments below. If you guys like this, please like and subscribe. That's going to help out a lot. I'll be catching you guys up probably tomorrow on a Friday. I'll see y'all then. Bye, guys. Love y'all. Y'all have a great rest of your night. Go Niners all day. I got to go to bed.